So let's go on to a better topic. Okay, it's how to make partner. Now, some of you think that partner's only for us big guys have been in the business 20 years. That's not true, man. People have made partner in 2 years in other IMOs. Okay, so here's kind of how it goes down so you understand why you would want to do this. Okay. It's kind of like the people booking 40 appointments a week. Like you're sitting there going, well, how can I do that? It's just little old me and, I can't do that. It's like, yeah, you can. It just takes focus and discipline. Focus. That's all it takes. Look, if you can book, 40 appointments in a month, right? Then you can book 40 appointments in a week. You're just compressing those other 3 weeks into 1 week, right? And so you're dialing Monday for Tuesday, Wednesday. You book 10 appointments. So my question is, do you think you could book 10 appointments in a day? If you think you can book 10 appointments in a day, then you can book 10 appointments in a week or 40 appointments in a week, right? Because it's just 10 appointments in one day. You're just hitting the phones. You hit the phones more and you can book 10 appointments in the next day. So those are 20 appointments. And then you come back on Thursday to book Friday and Saturday. Now that's a full-time load, okay? So I'm talking from a full-time perspective. So each one of you on this call can do that. You really can. With focus, discipline, enough leads, we can help you on all those things, but are you willing to pick up the phone and do this? And what I have been impressed with the people that have been reporting their numbers, I have not consolidated those numbers from yesterday, but I think something's working, okay? I think something's working, okay? When people want to get on the daily activity board, because if you can make one dial, you can make 200. If you can make 200 dials, guess what? You can book 10 to 20 appointments, right? Depending on how many leads you have, okay? So I went over that another time. But the analogy is if these people can do it, you can too. What makes them different? They all have different backgrounds, different educational backgrounds, different race, different beliefs, different color, different gender. They're fat, they're skinny, right? They're healthy, they're unhealthy, but they're doing this. There's nothing remarkable about any one of them, right? God made them like they made you, like he made you, right? So what is physically preventing you? What it is up here, because you don't believe you can do it, okay? You don't believe you can do it. Now, let me make this analogy. Your kids are kidnapped, right? And they are held hostage in another building. Now, you can go save them by putting a plank, and you got to walk this plank to go save them across, an alley, right? All you got to do is walk that plank. You're fearful of heights, but the only way your kids are going to be rescued is if you make that walk over that plank. You may fall off and die, and you're fearful of heights, but what you're going to do, you're going to let your kids die? Let's say the building's burning. You're going to let your kids die? No. You just do it. You'd be fearful, but you wouldn't think a second. You got to go save them, right? You would overcome whatever to do it, okay? So it really comes down to, do you want some bad enough? So do you want partner bad enough? I don't know. Let me show you what that means. Well, Alex, I'm not into material things. Well, then how about take care of your grandchildren? What is it? If you don't take care of your grandchildren, you're an infidel. Well, I don't have any kids, so I won't have any grandchildren. Dude, seriously, keep throwing excuses at me and I will accept those, and you can be broke the rest of your life. I don't care if you want to be broke the rest of your life. I don't care if you want to provide for your spouse the rest of your life. I don't care if you're going to be on food stamps and welfare the rest of your life. I don't care. I'm just showing you how not to do that. You can be mediocre the rest of your life, right? I choose not to be, but you can choose to be mediocre the rest of your life, had a mediocre lifestyle, mediocre retirement, mediocre life, mediocre ability to impact other people. And then at the end of your life, when you stare your Lord in the face and he looks at you and he says, what happened? I made you to be so great. And this is all you accomplished. I don't know about you, but that's not a conversation I want to have. I want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. Well done, good and faithful servant. That's what I want. That's a conversation I want to have, right? But look, it's all a choice, and it could be yours to be mediocre the rest of your life, okay? But if you got to want to, okay? So here's how these types of things work when you get bought out. Let's say you're making $1 million a year, okay? This is what you're grossing, $1 million a year. What a company will do is will value your business, okay, this is overrides and renewals. They'll say, you know what, we're going to give you, I don't know, man, is this better than the lottery? I think so. Why? Because you have an opportunity in your hands right now with the opportunity we've given you to do this. Is it worth it? Is it worth working hard? Is it worth focusing? Is it worth doing 40 appointments a week and finding other people that will do 40 appointments a week? I don't know. I think so. But again, it just depends on what kind of life you want to live. Well, I'm not into material things. There I go, heavy sarcasm. I apologize. Not very attractive feature, I know. I guess I'm just trying to make a point. There's someone dropped off. They couldn't handle it. They can't handle. They want to be mediocre. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for trying to drive you to be the best you can be. I'm sorry for, holding a mirror up and looking at your own mediocrity. I'm sorry for trying to challenge you to become the best version of yourself that God wanted you to be. So I guess they couldn't handle it. That's all right. Okay. So let's talk about what does that look like? Okay. So Michael Owen started a, does this pass down to you? I don't know, dude. You got $7, $9 million, $12 million in the bank. What do you want to do with it? You tell me what you want to do. You want to give it to your family? It's up to you. You can keep it. Or you can give it all away if you want. Right? You can will your assets to anybody you want to. If it's life insurance assets, and they have to have a life insurance license. Okay. Wouldn't that be a cool thing? So what does this look like? So Michael Owens put together a spreadsheet that he shared with everyone at the Family Reunion Conference, and he and I have been collaborating, trying to make it better, okay? And so in my mind, I'm thinking how I can make partner, and I already know what I need to do to make partner, okay? And I'm talking not even considering Levintovich and Connor's organization. I'm going to just get to this outside of them, and I make a lot of money off them, okay? But what I want to do is show you how you can do it. So this spreadsheet really is a cool way to show you that. So if you saw this, Michael and I have collaborated on it, and I'm going to blow it up more. And it's this concept of leads under management. Hold on. All these. Sorry, I got to get all these windows because it's covering everything up. Okay, I got the chat line up. So leads under management, like it's really how many leads are going into your organization per agent to get you to where you need to be, okay? And so this is kind of the mentality of direct mail leads. And this is a concept from years ago. So out of 10 direct mail leads, mortgage protection primarily, this is kind of what we based it on is the mortgage protection leads because, 20 years ago, we started mortgage protection leads. So this whole leads under management really was more based on mortgage protection leads, okay? But this can be translated to all the other leads, okay? But this is the mentality is out of 10 A leads is that you get $3,000 of premium per, oh wow. I think this was submitted. I don't know if it's issue paid. Anyway, the idea was 3,000 per 10 A leads. So, when A leads were 30 bucks, we're thinking $300 investment, but you're getting basically $300 per lead, okay? And how that worked is out of 10 A leads, one of those A leads you could never sell, one never answers the phone, 8 agreed to talk to you and sit with you, 75% you close, you sit with 4, basically, okay, so the first week you sit down with them, you close, you sit with 4 and you close 2, okay, 50% close rate. Then from those 2, you're going to go back and get other sales from Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to get referrals, ERS referrals. I mean, this adds everything else in. So this is where we get the $3,000 number, okay? So basically, so what that turns into is leads required based on target issue paid premium. So what we put in here is the target issue paid premium of $700,000 per month. And what that equates to then, in terms of leads, is you need 2,334 leads per month in your group, going into your group to produce results. That's 584 leads per week, 175,000 premium per week. Okay, and these are how we calculate the results of that. So 700,000 premium per month, issue pay per month. The average matrix, the matrix we were talking about on commissioning, 70%. Your commissionable premium is 490,000, okay? And then let's say your average override, okay, mine's larger, but let's say you're just moving up. Let's say your average override spread on your team is 15%, and then you're getting glow bonus on people at 85% and above. So your average glow on people is 5%. You're looking at total override of 20%. So your monthly income is right at 98,000. So this is your $1 million run rate, right? So this is kind of how to think about it, is if you've got 50 agents per week submitting business and they're averaging 12 leads that they're getting, you can get there. So in my mind, for me, I'm trying to get my base to submit 50, my base to have 50 agents submitting business every week, which means I've got 50 agents getting an average of 12 leads a week. Those are like, I want to call them lead equivalents, because maybe 10 mortgage leads could be, 20 Facebook leads, right? Which could be 40, 30, TLP leads, right? It's a number. It's a number, okay? So, we could vary, but the bottom line is if you got 50 agents submitting every week, they're taking leads every week, you can get to this $1 million run rate. Oh, by the way, while you're building up from 10 agents submitting per week to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50, you're making money along the way. So your annual income will go from 250 to 450 to 600,000 to 700 to 800,000, right? So you're making money along the way. Now, the real key here is that making partner before the next valuation, which could be 2-3 years from now, if you make partner right before they do the revaluation of the stock, your money will be the same as Andy Albright's as far as how much you're going to make from your stock. See, the value is the value. It changes when they reevaluate it. So there's, what I'm saying is there's no time limit. Maybe 9 to 12 years when, the bigger company goes public, well then, so I'm not saying that you got to do this in 2 years or 4 years or 8, do it by 8 years. So you got 8 years to build your agency from you to you and someone else next week, and then you and 4 other people the next month, and you and 8 people the month after that, you and 10 people the month after that per week. And then over time, if you're putting consistency, like Todd Anna said last time, when you're consistent and persistent, nothing can stop you from building an agency to this level, okay? So what does that mean? So that means you're going to be working with people and helping them move up and get paid and produce the premium. That's what it comes down to. Now look, do you need 50? Well, if you're working with only 25, this is what I like. All you need is 25 people taking 23 leads per week, and they're producing. Maybe these are people doing 40 appointments a week. If you got 25 in your group doing that, right? So it just depends on how many people are killing it. Now you're going to have other people that don't kill it as much, the part-timers, and we love part-timers, okay? But if you're on this call right now during the daytime, I'm presuming maybe you're full-time, okay, or you're taking a break from your work, and that's cool too. I don't mind that, right? But look, it's some number. Now, I'll tell you what, am I going to focus on getting 50 to take 12 leads a week? No, man. I'm going to find 25 that wants to do 40 appointments a week. All the other ones will be like all of you on this call that will do a little bit. And I love them. I love all you that just want to do what you want to do. But I'm going to find me some that want to do 40 appointments a week. All I need to do is find 25. Do you see how this works? Maybe it's 15 that do 40 leads a week or 40 mortgage lead equivalents. Maybe it's 15. It's some number, right? Oh, by the way, you can move up by finding a few people. Okay, so let me share with you what that looks like. But again, this is the new super PAC. This is how you can move up to 120, doing personally 70,000 a month of issue paid for 2 months in a row. You get to the 120. Look, your average override spread in your group can move up just purely based on your own pen and your own production, okay? Or you can get some other people producing at 20,000. Or if you're doing 40 appointments a week, you're doing 40,000 a month. You're doing 20 appointments a week. You're doing 20,000 a month, and you're part-time. You're part-timer. So if you had these part-timers, 3 legs of part-timers, and you did 45,000 issue paid personal, which means you're doing probably 40 appointments a week, you're at the 119%. Your average override will probably be more than 20%. It'll probably be 40%. Can you imagine if your average override was 40%? So let's bump this up 35. You're making $2 million. So how much volume do you need to do? Let's drop this down to 350. You see how that changes? How moving up the commission guidelines, notice 350, we cut it in half, right? Because your override spread went up. And the override spread went up because you decided to do 40 appointments a week. You decided to move up the commission guidelines on the super PAC. And then you've got 15 other agents that are probably doing 20 appointments a week, 20 to 40. Do you see how little it takes to be able to make partner? Right? Whoops. I did not share that. See, we dropped it down. Okay, what I did was instead of 15% overrides, average override spread, we moved up to 35% because you moved up. Now the issue paid per month is 350. Now it's just 15 agents getting 19 leads a week. Probably 15, 20,000 a month agents because your override spread went up so much. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not this big ass number, right? Again, pardon my cussing. It's not a big butt number. Okay, because you decided to move up and decided to work hard for just a short burst of time. All right? Now here, you don't got to do as much. If you did 30,000, 30 appointments a week, and you had 4 other legs, do 20 appointments a week, you're at the 120. When you can find 5 other legs to do 20 appointments a week, and you do 40,000, you're at 125. You got 6 legs, and you did 50,000 2 months in a row. You're at the 130% level. 130%. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go up another 10. Oh, by the way, let's not forget that you're making 1.5 million. So let's drop it down to 250 per week, per month. I don't know about you, man. It's pretty crazy. So, because you got, anyway. So let's talk about ramping up an agent. So this is how you can ramp an agent up, whether you invest them or they invest in themselves. Okay, so this spreadsheet is really kind of cool. So this is based on $10 AP per lead investment, per dollar of leads. So you get $10 out of $1 invested. And how do you get $10? You get $10 by doing referrals, Medicare or hospital indemnity. I'm talking multiple sales in a home and finding annuities. You can't do this unless you're plugged in to do annuities. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the second page of the sheet. Okay, $10 average per lead investment, which means that you're doing more than just making a sale off that lead. You are going back in and doing all the other stuff, finding annuity opportunities. No way you can do 10. Okay, if you didn't do all those things, it's more like $3 per $1. Okay, and you can see what it does to your numbers. But if you're doing everything that we're teaching, again, the premise is that you're a real live, no kidding professional agent with the Alliance, and you're doing everything that we're teaching. You're doing everything that Megan Wood is doing, and maybe not even doing up to her level, but you're doing what she's doing in terms of going back in there and taking care of your client and getting ERS referrals and finding annuities. That's why it's 10. Now, your numbers may vary. That's why you can drop this down to $3, and we can show you what that looks like, okay? So this column here, and this is 21-week program to get to 50,000 a month, okay? So this is the agent, this column is the agent doing all the lead investing. All right, I'm sorry, this is the total lead investment. This column is the total lead investment. This column is the agent ramping their own investment up, 50 bucks a week. Or this is the upline getting the agent started with 250 bucks and staying at 250 a week. And then the agent starts putting money in the kitty too, okay? Now this has got to be a special agent that an upline would do this for. This is an agent that pounds the phone, they plug into everything, they're learning all their products, they have their health license, and they're finding annuity opportunities, it's got to be a special agent, right? And I don't know if I have any agents right now that I've identified to be that agent to do this for, okay? You know, maybe it's you on this call. I don't know. You're going to have to prove stuff to me to be able to invest $1,000 a month in you in leads, okay? Anyway, you get results, baby. So, but this is the key, the total investment. And so what this investment leads to is 250 investment leads to 2,500 AP. So this is based on that $10, right? 2,500. Then this net issue paid is after placing a persistency, after all the factors involved, placing a persistency, we drop it down to 1,500 just to make it more real, okay? And then you move across, and then this is the result. So this is the plan. This is the result of what happens in that first month. You start out at a 55%, and this tracks your average agent override if you're the upline. Let's say it's 15%. Like I said, you know, if you're super packing it, this is your override on that. So this is the agent commission per week, because this is going up every week because they're putting in $50 more. So it's 250, 300, 350, 400. You see this line here? It goes up by $50 every week. You're doubling down, not even doubling down, but you are putting more money into it. And so at the 55% commission rate, you're making this in a month, which is an annual run rate of about 47, almost 50,000. Okay. But then let's say you move up to 60% the next month. Then the next month of continuing to add $50 a week to your leads, month number 2, you did 20,000 annual premium, and you're at the run rate of 77,000 run rate. Okay, you take that month and multiply it by 12. Okay, month number 3, again, by month number 3, it's 650 a week, 700, 750, 800. Your net issue paid goes up, and so does your income, and so does your commission rate at a 65. Now you can plug different numbers in here. Okay, that's all the yellow boxes. You can vary however much you want. Okay, so you're at the 70. You're going to be running at the annual run rate of 112,000 a year. Okay, let's go to the next 2 months. So month number 4, you're again $50 a week adding. So it goes from 850, 900, 950 to 1,000, and then you just stay at 1,000 per week. It's crazy, isn't it? Ever thought about investing 1,000 per week? So now month number 4, you did 37,500. Let's say you get to, you're at the 70% level. So now you're at a run rate of 154,000, which is not bad, is it? Okay. Then the final month, you're just staying at 1,000 a week. Now you did 50,000. We had another week there because there are 5-week months in this. And so we decided to put the last week as a 5-week month, and now you tipped it over to 50,000. Okay. And presumably part of this includes annuities. So maybe it's 30,000 with 20,000 credit of annuities, okay, or 400,000 with a 10,000 credit of annuities, which is a $100,000 annuity, is where you get that. You're at the 110 because if you look at the super PAC, you're at 50,000. You did it 2 months in a row, okay. So I've just put it at 110. So eventually you get to 110. So now you're running at a run rate of $342,000, right? $342,000. Now imagine, if you will, going back to this slide, how many agents would help you go partner if you did that and you found 3 other people to do that? You know, they're taking, they're taking, that's probably what it would take. That's probably what 1,000 leads would buy. That's all you need, man. Is that insane? Yeah, your override spread will probably be lower. Yeah, so let's say because you've got high producers, a few high producers, you're going to need more. So you're going to need, I don't know, yeah, see, this year at 1 million now. Whoops. Oh, that's 50. 0. Maybe 600. Whoops. Golly, Alex, come on. There. So you need 500 leads a week. Yeah, if you got 5 people, maybe it's 10. Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Anyway, it is a number. I'm going to find me everybody. I'm going to find part-timers, full-timers. Okay. Oh, man, 12:11. Okay, well, we didn't get started until later. Does this make sense? Chat at me any questions. Is this making sense to y'all? Now, look, again, if you don't want to make partner, but if you want to make $500,000 a year, do it. I mean, the formula, you know, formula's there for you. But I think if you decide to book 40 appointments a week and you start moving up the commission guidelines, you know, on the super PAC, it's there for you to, there for you. All right, it is there for you. So, I don't know, man. Work with me. Work with me. I will help you. I will help you do this. Work with me. We got the ZipRecruiter program that's renewing tomorrow, Sunday. If you want to start recruiting, let me know. It's $156 a month for 5 cities. 5 cities is all you need, right? 5 cities is all you need for $156 to get started. We're still taking people. So if you want to get involved, just text me, email me, and I'll tell you where to go to get signed up for the ZipRecruiter program. We're finding people, man. Michael Jacobs, you're going to see Michael Jacobs, man, come out of nowhere. He's got some great people on. Actually, Raymond is on his team, you know, and Michael's getting his vectors paid off so he can get back into writing business, right? So there's a formula, man. It's not easy, but it's simple. And it's just finding one more agent writing business every week, one more agent willing to take leads every week, willing to order leads every week. How many of you on this call have even started a weekly order program? You got to do that. So you can start ramping up your money as commissions come in, another $50 a week, another $50 a week. Just, it grows, right? And as long as you're putting the work effort in, and keep reporting your numbers every week, gang, please, or every day, because that's going to be the thing, the daily habit, the daily accountability, the daily of typing in, and if you're putting in all zeros, that's okay, at least you're reporting. But I'm sure over time you're going to get sick of putting zeros in there. You're just going to want to start putting numbers in there. You know what? If you're hiring people and they don't see you, they see you putting zeros, what's going to inspire them? Are they going to say, well, I'm going to be just like my upline. I'm going to put zeros in there now, just like my upline. Well, what's the point then? What is the point? Anyway, man, I apologize for being heavily sarcastic on this call. I just sometimes get that way, so forgive me. I'll go to confession tomorrow morning and get absolution and try to be a better person. So, man, God bless, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's go after this thing, man. Please, let's go after this thing. God bless. Bye now.